see comments. Oh, there's one person here. Hello. Good morning or good afternoon if you're watching from the US. It's 9 a.m. here in Japan on the 22nd. So, hi from the future. I don't think I can see. I'm trying to figure this out. Okay, sorry about the moving. So I'm just gonna wait a couple minutes. I didn't post the notification that I was going to be doing a live until like late last night, so I didn't really give a lot of advance notice for this project. So let me see if I can, okay. All right, so this morning I'm going to be working on this cup right here. I made it last night. This is a color changing cold cup with TeckWrap Craft. Cold, clear, it's the, I'm sorry, not the clear cold color changing vinyl. This is the new color changing vinyl, which I did do a whole like dedicated video to a few months ago. It's up on my channel under my TeckWrap Craft playlist if you guys want to go check that out. So I do have some discount codes for you guys specifically for this live stream from TeckWrap Craft. They're very generous because normally my discount code is like, I think 5%. But for the live stream, they are offering you guys 15% off and 20% off their cold color changing vinyl, which those codes are listed in the video description of this live. So if you want to go check that out, but they're offering 15% off for this vinyl right here. This is the new cold color changing vinyl. And then they're offering 20% off for the clear cold color changing vinyl. That's a mouthful. But the difference between those two vinyls or the cold color changing collections is that this one has more of like a white or I guess hued color when it's not cold activated, and then the clear cold color changing vinyl is more translucent. Out of the two collections, I do like this one a bit more because there is more color available, and I think there's like 9 or 10 different colors to the new cold color changing collection, and there's only I think like 5 or 6 colors for the older version. So hi. I thought I saw a comment just a minute ago. I'm trying to go back and read them. I can't. Where are you guys watching from? Let me know. The heck? I don't see the comments. I thought I saw something pop up a minute ago. I'm trying to figure this out, guys. I'm still new to going live. Let me know where you guys are watching from. I am in Japan, from Pennsylvania. Hi, Rosie from Pennsylvania. Madeline from New York. Wisconsin. My son's getting ready to move to Wisconsin, back to Wisconsin. Orlando. Hi. Good morning or good afternoon, good evening, Pennsylvania, Michigan. A lot of cold places. It's pretty cold here. It's like, I want to say 50 degrees. And we've had some pretty cold mornings the past couple weeks or so. The weather's so different here. It's been very windy and cold some days and then really sunny other days. All right, so let's get into this project. I'm going to show you guys what it does first when you add cold water or a cold beverage to this. I'm going to be using this for iced coffee. So I have some ice right here. Let me know if you guys can see me okay. Cheryl, I am not military. My husband is in the Navy. Did I say your name right? Hello? Hi, Jill. Yeah, my husband has 18 years of service, so this is supposed to be his last tour. We thought we were going to Florida, and we're in Japan. And we're moving to Hawaii in a year. In less than a year, actually. I think in the end of the year, we're going to be moving to Hawaii. We found out the day after we moved here to Japan that we're moving to Hawaii in less than a year. So, all right, so I just added some ice. So now I'm going to add the water. Can you guys, oh, you guys can't even see that. Oh my gosh, my bad. Okay, see how it just changed? It's cooler to watch when it happens, but the cup was down here. But you see how vibrant these colors are? And so instead of like putting the traditional words in the conversation hearts, I put in things that I like Netflix, coffee, donuts, pizza, dogs, naps. So that's what we're going to be making today. I already have everything set up on Design Space, and I actually already cut the vinyl out already to save time and because the Cricut can be kind of loud, but don't worry, I will go over the settings with you guys that I use to cut out this vinyl, and also the products I'm going to be using. So the cups are actually from Amazon. So TeckWrap Craft does sell, I think, these are called beer can glasses. I can't speak on the quality of those. I haven't actually ordered those from TeckWrap yet, but I did order this glass right here from Amazon, and it came in a 12 pack. I think I paid $40 USD, but this is what it looks like in the pack. It came very well packaged. This is linked in my Amazon storefront, which is listed in the video description if you guys want to go check that out. But it's very hard to get these out. I mean, that's how well they are packaged. I do need to get one out though. And none of them came broken, so that was exciting. And I did order these from Amazon US. It did take a couple weeks to get here to Japan. But I did order this off of the regular Amazon website. We call our Amazon in Japan, we call it Jamazon. That's literally what it's called. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean this off with an alcohol prep pad from Dollar Tree. I got a big old box of these before I left. So it's really important to clean your glass or your surface with rubbing alcohol before you apply vinyl. You want to get all of the oils off. So I'm just going to clean this and then set it aside. I don't know why I clean the bottom. Clean it and set aside. Let me move that. All right, so let me take you guys to Cricut Design Space on my iPad. I'm not fancy yet. I don't have the software that allows me to switch to different views during a live. So I'm just gonna hold up my iPad for you guys and then show you the design that I made. Let me scoot up to the camera. Okay, so can you guys see that okay? All right, so here's the design that I edited in Design Space. So over here I have my layers, and you can see that I have actually 3 different layers right here. I have my heart outline, the bold color of the heart, and then I have text. So you can see that here in the layers panel. So how I made, or I guess customized this heart, these hearts, is I went, oops, what did I do? Okay. I went to images over here. I actually did this on my computer. I didn't do it on my tablet, so it's kind of backwards for me. But over here in the search panel, I just searched for conversation hearts, and I am a Cricut Access member. So I do have access to everything. You can create this with the free Cricut Design Space membership. It's just going to take you a little bit longer. But over here in the filters category, I just scroll down to editable text. I don't know why I can't say that word. That word right there. And I clicked it. And that's going to filter and give me all of these designs that I can edit the text. Or I can edit the design. So I just scrolled down and found a conversation heart that I liked. So I liked this one right here. So this design is by Hannah Lou. So I'm just going to add that to the canvas. Okay, so how it is now is if you look over here in the layers panel, you can see that the heart is a solid heart. It is not an outline, so I need to change that. So what I'm going to do is click on it over in the layers panel. I'm actually going to hide the text. I don't want to see the text. Actually, I'm going to duplicate it first. I'm going to duplicate the heart. I'm going to hide, oops, I'm going to hide the text on this one. That's the heart we're going to work on. I'm going to leave this one over here. And then, sorry, I'm trying to pay attention to you guys, but I'm like trying to do the tutorial real quick. This is so different than filming and then editing a video. Okay, so I'll go back to your questions. Let me see. How do I even do that? Okay, I can't, it's not letting me. Oh, that's how you scroll. At Wade's match, what is this? Oh, that's my brother. Cody, get off. Get off of my live. Okay. So I duplicated the heart and now I hid the text because I don't need that. This is the heart I'm going to be working on. Sorry, I keep confusing you guys. So now I'm going to click on, why isn't it doing it? Ugh. I'm not used to using the iPad. This is basically two different layers. So it has the solid, as you see right here. So I need to make it an outline. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the slice function, and that's now giving me 3 layers. So I need to delete this layer. And I can just do that. Or, why is it not doing it? Okay, there we go. So now you can see the 3 different layers that it's basically like a cookie cutter. So I want to delete this layer right here. So I can either hide it or I can just hit delete. And I'm going to change the color by going to edit. I'm going to change it to black, hit apply. And so now I have my outline, and then this is going to be the cold color changing vinyl right here, which I should have explained that from the beginning. The reason why I wanted to slice it and remove that solid heart, or the second solid color, was because I don't want to layer regular vinyl on top of my cold color changing vinyl, because it can take away from, I guess, the color shift. So that's why I'm using an outline instead of a solid color on the bottom. So now I'm going to go over to this heart, and I'm going to just click on the text part. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay. Text. Okay, so I can move my text over now. I can go ahead and delete this. I'm going to arrange this and bring it to the front. by going over here to arrange, bring to front, and now I have my editable text and my heart the way that I want it. And all I would need to do is duplicate this by dragging over, and now I have my second heart. And you can type in whatever you want. So that's all I did to come up with these hearts that I made right here. Do you guys have any questions so far? Was that too fast or too slow? Let me go back. Could you use an offset? Cheryl, I use an offset mostly for stickers. I mean, you could, but yeah, I don't think it would look right for this project. Okay, so now I have all of my layers and my conversation hearts made. So now if I go to make it, I'm going to click on matte, any material, for any material. I don't have the smart vinyl. Well, of course I don't have the smart vinyl. I'm using TeckWrap Craft, but I think they do have, I think I have to go back and look on the website, but I think they do have their own version of smart vinyl, just not in the cold color changing vinyl. If you are new to Cricut, I'm just going to kind of show you these screens real quick and show you that you can edit the position of your cuts on the mat. So over here in this cut screens, I don't know what you call this matte screen, you can see that I have 6 different cuts for 6 different colors. So the Cricut organizes your cuts by color. I could cut this all on one mat, 1 or 2 mats. All I would do is I would like arrange my different color vinyls on the same mat. But to keep this less confusing for those of you that are new and just got a Cricut for Christmas, I'm just going to show you how the Cricut works in Design Space. So right here I have my words. I can even move my words around over to different spots. And this is a great project for scraps as well. So if you have a scrap that's a certain size and you don't want to use a whole sheet of vinyl, you can adjust your cuts on the mat to be the same size of your vinyl. Like my black vinyl here that I used, these are scraps, and I didn't have one solid piece for my whole outline, so I just arranged it on the mat in this screen. So I put like four hearts over here for the one piece of vinyl, and then 4 on this side, and I put them on the mat together. And I get asked frequently, why don't I do like wraps? A lot of people do cup wraps where they basically just layer everything already cut into position. I don't do that because I think it's a waste of vinyl, and I'll show you why. So if I were to say these 2 colors right here, right, the blue, if I were to group those together and attach, okay, I go on my Make It screen. If I were to group those together, I have all of this vinyl in between that I'm wasting. So a lot of the like cup wraps will have different layers, different colors, and they're all spread out. And when you go to weed out your vinyl, you're going to waste all of that vinyl in between. I think it's good for people that are mass producing things and don't want to spend a lot of time on a single product. But if you're just making something for a friend or for yourself, I wouldn't waste that vinyl. Um, you're gonna spend a little bit more time, but not too much longer, and um, you're gonna have more vinyl in the end. So that's why I don't do that. I see a lot of like TikTok videos and a lot of like Instagram videos of just putting like 3 or 4 layers on top of each other, and they're all neatly um, arranged and ready to go. But I don't like to do that again because I like to save my vinyl and I don't want to wait. I've done it when I'm in a rush. If you're in a hurry and you're trying to make something real fast as a gift and you don't have a lot of time, something, a last minute project, yeah, I could see that, but it does waste vinyl in the end. So do you guys have any questions about design space at all? And then I just ran everything, of course, through my Cricut machine, but I didn't want to do that on my live because our internet reception here is pretty spotty. So sometimes my Cricut will like disconnect from Bluetooth, and I didn't want that to happen on a live. So let's go ahead and get started with weeding this vinyl. The other color that I'm using for the words and the hearts is also TeckWrap vinyl. This is coconut white. This is my favorite matte white vinyl of all time. It's the best. It's from the TWC001 matte series. And if you just use my code, I think CPanda10, it's 5% off anything on the website, except for, I think, the mystery boxes. The mystery boxes don't apply. But like tools, anything else that does, here, let me point you guys down towards the screen. Oops. So what are you guys up to? Did you all have a good holiday? Good holidays and Happy New Year, by the way. I don't think I said that. This is not a TeckWrap Craft vinyl. This is just the only black that I had from my scraps. And you could even save these hearts from weeding out the outline. You could save your weeding scraps for another project. Like I could decal something else with this if I wanted to. I would just maybe add it to, I don't know, the back or something to save it, but I'm not going to save these. So I'm just going to weed these really quick. My little garbage can right here. Did you guys do anything over the holidays? My son was visiting from the States. He flew out by himself, a 14-hour flight, you guys, by himself. He's 14. That was his, I mean, he's been flying by himself since he was 4 or 5. His dad and I co-parent from different states. But yeah, this was his first international flight all by himself. And he did so good, but it was a long flight. It was a non-stop flight from Louisiana. And while he was out here, we went to Tokyo, we went to Disneyland, Disney Sea, and we had a blast. I took him to the Pokemon store. He was super excited about that. My husband wasn't here though. He was supposed to be home for Christmas. He ended up missing Christmas. He was stuck out at sea, and it was sad because my son was only home for 2 weeks, and my husband came back the day before my son went back home. So he got to say hi and bye and take him to Happy New Year, Rosie. Got to take him to the airport, but that was about it. So I have my hearts weeded out. Now I'm going to do the cold color changing vinyl. And I forgot to tell you guys the cut setting. My bad. Okay, so the cut setting for the cold color changing vinyl on the TeckWrap Craft website says it recommends a pressure setting of 220. And I actually think that setting is too much for this vinyl, at least for my blade. Granted, I'm not using a Cricut brand blade. I do order my replacement blades off of Amazon, so it's not the Cricut brand. I set the pressure to 185 on my Cricut Maker, and I could have even gone a little bit less on that because it went through a little bit. But I did set it to 185, so I could probably do 185 and then less pressure. For most of the TeckWrap Craft vinyls, I've noticed that the setting that works the best is just to put the regular vinyl setting on and then click less pressure. TeckWrap Craft vinyls do kind of go a little bit on the thin side. So I do end up using that less pressure button a lot when I'm working with their vinyls. So I just wanted to mention that. And real quick, I'm going to show you guys on the iPad, if you didn't know how to do this, if you're new to Cricut, how to make your own custom setting for vinyl. I forgot to show you guys how to do that. If you didn't know, I will show you. So like I have all of my different TeckWrap Craft vinyls, most of them, as settings so that I don't have to go and adjust it every single time. That's something that I like. And that's something you can do with like any brand of vinyl. Okay. Oh, I have to turn on my Cricut or it's not gonna let me go to the next screen. So let me keep weeding these out. So this vinyl is super easy to weed. So that's already done. Okay, I'm gonna connect my maker. So yeah, what was I saying? So my husband didn't get to come home until the day before. I'm trying to hold this up and show you guys how easy it weeds. And again, that was at the pressure setting of 185, not 220. Okay, so making your own cut setting in Design Space. If you go over here, you can see like you can switch out what you want to show up right here. But if you go to all materials and then scroll all the way down to the bottom. Oops, it's not the same on. It's not the same. I'll maybe go to settings. Oh, it's not the same. Okay, so or maybe add. Okay, so this is how you do it on the tablet. On the computer, on the PC, it's different. But you can basically add a new material. So I will put TeckWrap. I already have it saved in here, but I'll put TeckWrap Cold Color and click Add. And then I can adjust my setting. So I'm going to adjust the setting to 185. Like that. Okay, so it's just the add button in the right-hand corner. On the PC, it's all the way down to the bottom, and then you click on that, and then you add your new material right there. So now I have, if I go back, It should be in here if I scroll or I search for TeckWrap. Oops. Okay, you can see it right here. TeckWrap Cold Color. So it's all ready to go. And then I would just load my mat in the machine. So that's how you add a new material on the tablet. I learned something new. I thought it was going to be the same. So yeah, my husband came home, and he came home the day before. So the 30th is when he came home, and my son left on the 31st. Do you use the Apple Pen or an off-brand? I use the Apple Pencil. I started, the reason why I wanted the iPad and the Apple Pencil is because I wanted to start making my own digital designs for Etsy. I'm not there yet. I have been drawing a lot on my iPad and taking tutorials and things like that. I just don't have the time to do all of the things that I want to do. Hi. Okay, so I have all of my cold color changing vinyl weeded out. Is that easy? This is going to be really hard for me to see, but I have I should have weeded this before I started this, because you guys can't even see that anyways. But yeah, we had a lot of fun. We went, while my son was here, we went to a couple shrines. We did Shibuya Crossing, which is the biggest or the busiest crossing, like crosswalk in the world. That was really fun. I do journal about those outings. Oh my gosh. Okay. These words are really tiny. Yeah, we went to Shibuya Crossing, and we went to a place called Team Lab? It's like an interactive museum, an immersive museum where you like walk through all of these, but you are like the part of the art exhibit. It's really neat. Did you see cherry blossoms? The cherry blossoms aren't out until the spring. So I think March and April is when the cherry blossoms are going to be around Japan. I'm just weeding this extra slow. And the vinyl setting that I used for the matte vinyl from TeckWrap Craft and is the regular vinyl setting, like I said before, with less pressure. And I like to just go back and make sure that before I like crinkle this up that I got all of the letters out, which I did. So yeah, we went to a lot of different places in Japan over the holidays. Like every day we were doing something. We went to Yokohama, Kamakura, and saw like the big Buddha. What does that say? Oh, how do I go back? Oh no. I'm trying to read the messages and they keep disappearing. I lived in Japan many years ago. What is your favorite Japanese so far? So what type of transfer tape, sorry, do you use? I'm using the matte transfer tape from TeckWrap Craft. This is good for, this is low tack, so this is good for layering projects because it doesn't like stick too much. My favorite Japanese food so far is honestly the fried chicken. It's so good. And like the 7-Elevens out here, like in the US, it's just like a gas station store. You can get Slurpees and stuff out. But out here, they have like gourmet meals in 7-Eleven. And the fried chicken and the corn dogs from the 7-Elevens in Japan are phenomenal. I'm not a big seafood person. I do like sushi. But I like sushi rolls, not like the real sushi. Do you live on base? I do. I do. We didn't have the option to live off base. Otherwise, I would have been all over that. Yeah, the 7-Elevens are amazing. My husband actually has been out here several times in the past, and he would always like rave about the 7-Elevens. And you don't really get it until you're here and you're like, oh, I get it now. And they sell these pancakes that have the butter and the syrup inside already. So you can like eat it on the go, but you can't really eat it on the go because you can't eat and walk at the same time out here. Like it's rude to do that. So you kind of have to like, if you get like street food or something, you have to like eat it off to like the side of the sidewalk, or you just can't eat and walk at the same time. It's actually rude to do that. So you'll see people like just standing outside of stores eating. But you never see anybody walking and eating. I'm sure people do in some places, but we went to a class before we were technically allowed out in town. I had like a 3-day class and learned like the culture and like what not to do. And that was like a big thing, like don't eat and walk out here. Don't talk on your phone on the train. You should never blow. Yeah, that's one too. You can't blow your nose in public, or you shouldn't. Okay, so I have everything weeded out. And another, there's like a million rules for chopsticks too that I'm still learning. But I love it. I honestly love the Japanese culture. I think they're the nicest people I've ever met. The sweetest people. I have had 2 incidents now at the train station. The first one, I got lost and we didn't even have to go ask for help. Like someone came up and offered to help us that did speak English. And the second time in the train station was actually a couple weeks ago. My husband, my daughter, and I were going to Tokyo, and we had to switch trains, and my husband left our backpack with my daughter's like coat in it, and I think that was like really the only thing in it. But he left it on the train, so we went to the station master, and he didn't really speak English, so he got like an interpreter for us. It was so sweet. He got an interpreter, and they tracked down our backpack, you guys. They like called the next train station, had someone go in and look and get our backpack off the train. Like it's so different. Like it's so awesome. Okay, I'm gonna try to point this down a little bit. All right, so now I'm going to take my transfer tape and I'm going to move these and layer them on here. I'm not going to do it the other way around because I'm actually using these lines to help me line this up. You can use parchment paper to line things up because your vinyl and your transfer tape won't stick to the parchment paper, so you can actually manipulate it and move it around. I'm not going to do that just because like I don't think it's necessary for this I'm not doing a ton of layers. I'm just doing a couple. So I find it easier to remove the backing from the transfer tape. So like that. And then I'm just going to layer on top. Like that. And I am using my TeckWrap squeegee. And then I'm just going to remove it. So now I have my first little conversation heart down. That shadow's throwing me off from the heart I stuck on the back. Okay. So there's the first heart. And I'm not going to put the words on top because I'm actually going to put these on the cup first and then put these on top. was saying goodbye to friends. Yes, I don't I don't like making like military spouse friends because it's so hard. Like you're constantly moving. I do have many friends that I've kept in contact with over the years, but it's hard to leave. And I'm actually I know it doesn't seem like it because I do like YouTube videos, but I'm very much an introvert. I am very much a homebody. There is a such thing as too much peopling. And I've gotten over that quickly living in Japan because there is a lot of people. On the train, especially, like sometimes there's no sitting room on the train and you're like squished in there, but it's actually very organized. Like if it was chaotic and there was just like people that didn't really care about anyone else, like it would be different, but the people here are so kind and like considerate that it doesn't really bother me to be in like large crowds, because that's normally something that like I really struggle with, is like large crowds of people. Except for Disneyland, I can make an exception for Disneyland. So, and that was actually why am I doing that? Shouldn't have done that. Sometimes when I have trouble with getting like the transfer tape off, I kind of fold it back. Oops, I didn't realize I dropped you guys. This live is so chaotic. Okay. I know, my first live. And it's already, like, I'm already messing up. My tripod is like giving me such a hard time. Okay. Don't move. Okay. Anyway, sometimes when my transfer tape doesn't want to behave, I just fold it back as much as possible. See how I have it almost, it's like literally touching the other side. And then I just kind of roll it and then twist. And I'm using the same piece of transfer tape. I'm going to challenge myself to use the same piece of transfer tape for as much of this project as possible. So yeah, we had a lot of fun in Japan over the holidays. I've seen a lot so far, and I'm trying to see as much as possible because we originally thought that we were going to be here for 3 years. And again, we found out the day after we got here that we're going to be moving again at the end of the year. So I no longer have 3 years to see all of the things in Japan. I only have less than a year. So it kind of sucks though, because my husband's gone all the time. So I'm just either doing things alone or it's just my daughter and I. So that part's hard. But I am enjoying it, and I am excited to go back to Hawaii. It's been 15 years since I lived there. Yeah, it's been about 15 years. I lived there from 2005 to 2008, and I was 18 when I moved there. I lived on the North Shore. Well, I started out in Eva Beach, and then I moved to the North Shore, which I think we're going to be closer to Honolulu this time. Still don't have that figured out yet if we're going to be on base. I don't want to live on base. I'm just not a base kind of girl. I just don't like it. And it's different too because like we sold our house and moved out here. Now we're living in an apartment. Our dogs don't have a yard, which is really hard. So I do have to take them out like several times a day and walk them, which is fine. But my older dog, Thor, he is pretty much almost completely blind. And having to deal with stairs and, you know, he was used to his house back home. So that's been hard on him. Okay, I'm almost done with the layering. So again, I know a lot of people do the wraps or the layering with everything already in place, so that way it's just like one like solid, I guess, movement, but I don't do it that way because I don't like wasting my vinyl. I'm stingy with my vinyl. So I don't. And it doesn't matter to me if it doesn't line up perfectly because I kind of like that offset look. As long as I can see the outline of the heart, then I'm fine. So yeah, Japan has been amazing to me so far. I love the people. I love all of the different things I've seen, and it's just amazing. So there's a couple things I still want to do. Actually, a lot of things I still want to do. I haven't been out of the prefecture that I live in. I live in Kanagawa. No, I have been out of the prefecture. I've been to Chiba. But I haven't been to the snow or like the northern or I guess western part of Japan yet. I actually signed up for some tours with the base, and I went on a couple, and they're really cool because you don't have to drive. You take a bus, and I guess that's the best part about it is you don't have to drive. I am driving in Japan though. The farthest I've driven so far in Japan was 2 hours away to the airport to drop off my son. So I think I'm doing pretty good at driving. Did you have to put them in quarantine? So my dogs had to quarantine for 6 months, but they had to basically they just had to have their rabies shots and everything, and it's called a Favin test, I think. And they started their quarantine back in the States. So the quarantine starts from the time that they get their test for rabies. So they had to have 2 rabies shots in the same year. And then they had to have a test to make sure that the rabies vaccine worked. So now I think I lost connection. All right, let me know if you guys can hear me or see me. Uh-oh. Am I still frozen? I swear our internet is terrible here. Can you guys see me? Am I moving? This is another reason why I haven't done lives, is because we only have one internet provider and it's the worst. Okay, so all right, good. So now I am adding my heart using the same piece of transfer tape that I layered all of these hearts on. And I'm just going to add it. And I'm going to use my fingers to burnish it. I can use this. I'm just going to use my fingers. And done. So now it's just a matter of adding the hearts kind of just around everywhere, and then I'll go back and then I'll add my words. And that's pretty much it. So I'm just burnishing right here, and then I'm going to remove the backing from the transfer tape. And if you see parts that don't want to like come up, just go back, like fold it back, and then try to fold again. So now I'm going to add this right here. And again, I'm using the same piece of transfer tape, you guys. Like, I don't like wasting material. I try to use as much as I can. So with a lot of like the cup wraps, you're using 3 huge strips sometimes of transfer tape. So that's a lot of material. But again, if I was making like a bunch of these, I probably would do it the other way, because this is time consuming. Also, I mean, I'm talking and I'm showing you guys at the same time, so there's that. But yeah, so I'm just adding them in different directions, and that's it. It's pretty easy. Still the same piece. Gonna die, but so what are your guys' plans for the weekend? It's Saturday there, right? Or what are your plans for tomorrow, Sunday? I feel like this weekend went by so fast. And it's already Sunday. My husband will actually be, he's out at sea again. But he will be coming home early. He's being flown back home because he has to have surgery. He has a pretty bad hernia. So I will be taking care of him after his surgery. So yeah, that's what I have planned for the foreseeable future. Taking care of my husband. Which I don't think a hernia surgery is like too, I don't think the recovery time is too bad. But I've never had a hernia, so I don't know. Bad for him though, because he's been working through it this whole time. So I feel really sad for him. He's probably very uncomfortable. So again, I'm just removing the backing of where my hearts are layered onto the transfer tape instead of peeling the transfer tape off. I find it works a lot better to get it off of the backing to do it that way. So yeah, he has a surgery coming up. I don't really have anything else planned. I'm not going to be able to go out and really do things during that time because I have to stay home with him. But I do plan to get more journaling videos up. I have so many like video clips from all of the outings that we've done that it's time to stand up. That I need to share with you guys. And if you haven't seen those videos, I've been doing like journal with me's, but I've also been doing it like vlog style. want to work on Cricut keychains. Oh, I love keychains. I actually made some not too long ago with the like the clear acrylic discs, and I turned them into keychains. And then I used the TeckWrap Craft. What collection was that? Was it the Mirror Chrome? I have some, I'm like looking at it. The Mirror Chrome keychains that I did. But anyways, I want to get those videos up for you guys because I have so much like backlogged in my storage of those video clips, but I've been sharing those in those journaling videos. So I'm like sharing like pictures and whatnot of the actual journaling theme that I'm doing. Kind of like visual storytelling. So I'm on my last part here. Still the same piece of transfer tape. And done. Done with that. And there's no bubbles in this that I can see. No bubbles in this vinyl at all. Oh, maybe right there. But I can just use my fingers and go over it. So now I'm going to take my words and thank you for your husband's service years and holding. Oh, thank you, Molly. It is challenging. My husband is going to be retiring, hopefully soon. He was supposed to retire next year, but I don't know if that's going to happen anymore. Yeah, he's going to be at 20 years, I think, next year. So I have the same piece of transfer tape. I don't know if I want to try to use it for the letters. I'm going to do it. I'm going to try. No, it's not going to work out. I'm going to use a new one because it's lost its tack. So I'm just going to use a new piece. Not a big deal. I mean, 2 tiny pieces of transfer tape for this whole project. And I'm just going to put it over the whole thing here. I'm going to burnish both sides. Yeah, so he'll be home soon, hopefully. So he can have a surgery and I can take care of him. And I can use that time at home that I have to stay home with him to work on my journaling content for you guys. Because I really wanted to switch not switch, but focus more on the journaling aspect of my channel and like the crafts. Because when I first started my channel, that's what I wanted to do. But for some reason, I kind of just went down the rabbit hole of Dollar Tree. And those were the videos that were getting me the views, to be honest. And I love Dollar Tree. I just kind of became like obsessed with finding new things at Dollar Tree. And like, I kind of got lost my crafting content and my journaling content. So like, moving to Japan in a way was kind of a blessing because it kind of took me away from Dollar Tree. As much as I love it, I still like doing the 100 yen hauls, and I'm just peeling this back slowly at an angle, you guys, and it's coming off beautifully. I am doing 100 yen hauls just because it's fun to see like what Japan has in their dollar stores. It's really fun, but I'm not doing those as often as I was doing Dollar Tree hauls. So I have all of my words on here. So I could just do this and kind of press it on, or I could cut them. I think I'm going to try to make it easy on myself. And I'm just going to burnish with my fingers, just the part that I want to stick down, like that. And it's off. So yeah, I was kind of getting lost in the Dollar Tree thing, and then of course everybody's doing it, and it's not really unique. And I want to do something different, and that's why I wanted to do, that's why I wanted to do the journaling with like the vlog style, because it's, I don't really see anyone else doing that. It's a little different. So I messed up. I got some of my words right here are letters from pizza. So I'm just going to use my little tweezers from TeckWrap Craft and just take them off. Not a big deal. So yeah, I've been trying to switch up my content, but at the same time I have to understand that a lot of the people that subscribe to my channel subscribed because of Dollar Tree. So it's not really fair to just like take that away. Obviously there was nothing I could really do about it because I moved to Japan, but I still want to incorporate those fun like haul videos as well, because I do enjoy doing them, but I just don't, that's not all I want to do, is what I'm getting at. So yeah. All right, so I'm just placing those letters on. Okay. Do you guys have any questions about the vinyl or anything about Cricut crafting? Where did the U go? I lost the U. Is it stuck to me somewhere? Oh my gosh. The S is right there. A hot mess. Let me know if you guys have questions. So I have been using TeckWrap Craft vinyls for a few years now, and I got really excited when they wanted to work with me for a while. So I got excited, and I just think they're so they're different. They're doing things differently, and they have different products. Not that one. This one. And I like them all. And they don't just have vinyl. They also have like tools and blanks as well that they're doing, which is really awesome. Where are my letters going? I feel like they're sticking to my they're sticking in my sleeve. There's the U. Look, it's on my thumb. Oh my gosh. I'm a hot mess. Yeah, so I really like TeckWrap, as I like the brand, and that's why I'm continuing to work with them, because the products they're amazing. All right, donuts. So I'm just using my fingers, and I probably should have just like separated these, and like I should have cut these, but I'm just trying to like hurry up because we're already at like over an hour. This project normally would not take an hour. Just going extra slow. So the tweezers and the weeding pen are great for like moving things around when you mess up. I use these quite a bit because like crafting is not perfect. Those videos that you guys see, like the Instagram videos, those are edited, and see everything on Instagram. I mean, you only see the pretty parts. Even on YouTube, I edit my videos too, because I want everyone to see I don't want people to see my mistakes, but I make mistakes. Everybody does. So crafting is not perfect. And yeah. So I only have 2 words left. Dogs and fries. If I could only find the F. I'm missing the F. Okay. So the F is probably hanging around on my sleeve or on my clothing. Do you guys see the F anywhere? If you see the F, let me know. Okay. Okay. So I just have fries left, or rise, because there's no F. But the cup is done. I will have to go back and find the F. So now we're going to fill it up. We're going to do it again. And this cup is still, I mean, it still has the ice in it, so obviously it's cold. But the color is activated. I think so. Now that the cup is in, isn't that cool? It's so pretty. We have rise right here. Oh no. Oh, my dang internet. Am I still frozen? Let me know if I'm still frozen. Oh, crap. Crap. All right, so here is our cup. So now we have 2. And you can customize these to say whatever you want. You can do like traditional XOXO, like you are a QT, like stuff like that. I just chose to put like food, dogs, and Netflix. Super cute. And these cups have a huge like straw opening, so I'm pretty sure you could buy like the boba straws for these. I actually just tried boba for the first time not too long ago, and I was not a fan. I was not a fan, but you could definitely use these for those kinds of drinks because of how big this is for a straw. You just need to get a different straw. But how cute are these, you guys, for Valentine's Day? And I love... Hi, Terry. They are cute, right, Deborah? They're so cute. Can you guys hear? I keep disconnecting from the internet. Hopefully, like, it... Here, let me come back up here. Aren't they cute, though? I love this vinyl. I can't wait to do more glasses. I still have 10 more of these beer can, I think these are called beer can glasses that I want to do. I might do one for Easter. I think that would be really cute too. So yeah, do you guys have any questions about the vinyl? I just now realized I didn't tell you guys what colors that I use. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I use the color Tiffany. So that is this color right here. This is Tiffany. So this is what the vinyl looks like out of the packaging. And you want to make sure like you label your vinyl because it can be hard to tell what exactly this is if you, especially if you have a lot of vinyl. And then I also forgot to tell you guys that most of the TeckWrap Craft vinyls come with like a clear protective film on them, which can be missed. It's very easily missed, especially when you open up a brand new roll of their vinyl. When you start cutting it, you can start to see it. Like, my internet is starting to go spotty because everybody's on the internet right now on the base. That's why, because it's Sunday. So I'll have to wrap this up soon. But the film on the vinyl is on most of their rolls. So that's something that you want to be aware of. You want to remove that layer before you put it through your Cricut or your Silhouette, whatever vinyl machine that you have. Otherwise, it's not going to cut right. It's going to cut this layer and not your actual vinyl. So the color Tiffany is this color right there. That really a full review on all of this. So if you want to see all of the colors, I think there's 9 colors. You can go watch that video on my TeckWrap Craft playlist. But here is the color pink. Then I used lavender. There's lavender. I don't know why I'm showing you the roll because you can't see. And then I used yellow. So those watching this live, normally my discount code is only for 5%. But you guys get a special discount for watching. It's 15% off for the the new clear cold color changing vinyl collection. For the, I'm sorry, not the clear cold. The clear cold is 20% off. And the difference, if you missed the beginning of this video, the difference between the two collections is this one has a light background before it is cold activated, where the clear cold color changing vinyl is transparent before it's activated. And I do like this one more. So this one is called, so I'm sorry if I'm confusing you guys. This one is called vinyl if you guys want to try it out from watching this live. And again, those discount codes are going to be linked in the description of this live. And I will try to go back. I have to figure it out since I'm new to live, but I'll try to go back and add it to the comments somehow and maybe pin it if I can get that to work. So that's it for today's project, you guys. What do you guys think? How cute are these, right? And I wanted to decal this like water flask that I got from Daiso. But I thought maybe I could add that into this video, but it's, again, the internet reception right now is really bad on base, so I don't want to risk it. And this, I mean, I've already been on live for quite a while now. This is a long time for my first live, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Do you guys have any questions or anything? What do I have planned for my next video? I think my next video I'm going to be doing a journal with me about the trip that we took to Tokyo. We went to Shibuya Crossing, and no, it wasn't that day that we went. Oh, I have to add it into the, oh, thank you, Terry. I didn't know I had to add it in the comments before I got off. Let me see if I don't even know how to comment. It's not giving me that option. Yeah, it's not giving me the option on the phone. But yeah, I think my next video I'm going to do is a journal with me where I share about our experience to that museum, the interactive museum, and then to a Alice in Wonderland themed restaurant, you guys. It was so cool. It's like the coolest thing ever. The whole trip that day at the museum and the restaurant that we went. I'm happy that I did the live though, because I was a little bit nervous about going live again, because I'm very introverted. So this is definitely new for me. But yeah, I think I want to try some journal with me live videos for you guys. Definitely cuts out on the editing. I'm a military, so I loved traveling to different countries. This is my actually first time out of the US. So I'm 35. This is my first time out of the United States. So I do want to try to visit other countries while I'm over here. I do want to try to go to Singapore and Vietnam. I'm not sure, and maybe South Korea. I'm not sure when I'll be able to do that, but I want to try. I want to try while I'm over here. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and happy Saturday. I keep thinking it's Sunday, but it's Sunday here. And again, hello from the future. It is Sunday. So I hope you guys have an amazing week, an amazing work week. If you I was in Germany when when I was 2 years old. That's um I have some family members I think that were in Germany. Thank you for the share. Take care. Oh, thank you, Deborah. But thank you guys so much again for hanging out, all of you. And if you're watching this video after the live, thank you for watching. And I hope you guys have an amazing week. And how do I don't even know how to log off, you guys. That's how new I am. Click the X in the corner. This is hilarious. Aw, you guys are so sweet. Be doing more. I will be doing more live streams from now on, since now I'm like I've done it and I've gotten over that like nervousness. I feel like I can do it now. So thank you guys for that. Thank you for being a part of my journey. All right, guys. So take care. Hopefully this X logs off, because otherwise I don't know how to do it. But take care.